Shripad Rajam Sharanam Prapadye. We start with the chapter 36, which describes the narration of Vedant Sharma. Lord Shripad had given the anklets to the sage so that they could be handed over to Shankar Bhatt and Dharmagupta. The two now proceeded onward with their journey. They once again came across an ashram. A radiant 60-year-old sage came out of the ashram. Following him, a 30-year-old yogini came out. They welcomed Shankar Bhatt and Dharmagupta respectfully. The sage said, "My name is Vedant Sharma. I am known as Bangarappa and she is Bangarama. I am a Brahmin since birth, whereas this lady is from a low caste. It is a cobbler's family from birth. Our house is graced by Matangi Mata, who is one of the Dasha Mahavidya goddesses." Shankar Bhatt was puzzled as to how a Brahmin could marry a low caste woman. Bangarappa then said, when Arundhati pleaded with Vashishta Rishi to marry her, he put forth a condition that she must never oppose anything that he does. She accepted it. He burnt her 7 times and revived her back to life. But she never questioned his action. So she is called Arundhati, the one who never opposes. It was after this that Vashishta Rishi accepted her as his wife. I was married 3 times and all my 3 wives made me a widower. This saddened me. Then Lord Shripad smilingly told me, "Grandfather, I have found one more grandmother for you to get married. You need not marry her, but accept her as your wife. You will have a very good life thereafter." Bapannacharya was a chairman of the Brahmin Council of Pitikapur. This council decided to call a meeting of the learned Pandits to discuss about the prohibitory action on the above mentioned marriage. Lord Shripad never learned or recited the Vedas, and so after his sacred thread ceremony also he continued to do the same. But the Vedas, Vedantas and its secrets were merged in him. This made Bangarappa invite him too for the council, as also other invitees from various distant places. The Brahmins, however, had a very different perspective. They wanted to term Appal Raja and Bapannacharya as outcast. They had prepared an appeal accordingly and had sent a copy to Sri Shankaracharya. They thought that Sri Shankaracharya would permit their demand to outcast and drive Appal Raja and Bapannacharya from Pitikapuram. Knowing their intention, Bangarayya took up their side, as he had a selfish desire to become the chairman of the council. The discussion started as planned. The topic was the debate between Adi Shankaracharya and Mandhan Mishra at Kashi. Actually, Adi Shankaracharya was the winner of the debate, but Mandhan Mishra's wife posed a question on Kama Sutra, which is based on the principle of love and sex, to Adi Shankaracharya. She objected to him being declared the winner till her question was answered. It was then that Adi Shankaracharya used Parakaya Pravesh, that is, keeping the present body at one place and transferring the Prana Shakti or the soul to another body. Sri Shankaracharya used the Parakaya Pravesh technique to answer the question. This technique was used by him because since childhood he had taken up sannyas and had no knowledge about Kama Sutra. He had done Parakaya Pravesh in the body of the king of Kashi, who had just died. He entered this dead body in a subtle form using the knowledge of Parakaya Pravesh. Before that, however, Adi Shankaracharya had instructed his disciples that they should preserve his physical body, and if there was anything very significant to inform him, they should come near the royal palace and inform him only in gestures, that is, sign language. The queen realized that a great person's soul had entered her husband's body. She also realized that her husband's dead body had attracted an energy which also wanted to be a witness to the marital bliss of a husband and wife. Her husband would be alive as long as the divine soul would be merged in the king's body, she understood. She thus ordered her palace servants to immediately perform the funeral rites of any person who was just dead. Shankaracharya's body was thus about to be burned on the pyre when his disciples gathered and gestured to him about the queen's order. But it was late. Shankaracharya's hands and legs were burnt, but by the grace of Sri Lakshmi Narsimha, they were restored to normalcy. Now we'll hear the unique conversation between Lord Shripad and the members of the Brahmin Council. Lord Shripad raised the question at the council, Can any one soul exist in 3 to 4 physical bodies and experience the fruits of one's karma of 3 to 4 lifetimes? The Pandits answered, this is a very difficult question. There is no evidence of such an incident. Lord Shripad said, it has occurred in the past and Devendra is an excellent example of this. Devendra, that is God Indra, was under a curse and had to be born as the 5 Pandavas, that is 5 different bodies, but only one soul of the Lord Indra. Indra's wife Shachi had to attain the form of Draupadi and become the wife of the Pandavas. As a result and as per the basic principle, Arjuna, who got the marital bliss from Draupadi. With Dharmaraj Yudhishthir, she would discuss about the ancient scriptures. She was like a mother to Bhima and would cook delicious food for him. To Nakul, she appeared as Lakshmi Devi. Sahadeva had knowledge about past, present and future events. As a result, he was in a hurry to finish off the exile period and wanted future events to speed up. It was Draupadi who, like Mother Earth, taught him to have patience. Bangarappa, that is Vedanta Sharma, at this juncture commented, a man may have many wives, but a woman does not have a right to do so. Lord Shripad remarked in response, oh, so you are greater than the Creator himself. Mandodari was known for her chastity. She was a wife of Vali, Ravana and Vibhishan in different physical bodies, but only one soul which has no attributes to it. That is the reason the soul is eternally pure, has no form or attributes associated with it. Mandodari exercised her duties as per the 3 qualities, Tama with Ravana, Raja with Vali, and Sattva with Vibhishan. Righteous behavior ultimately prevails, so everyone should follow righteous behavior as per one's clan and caste. Class differentiations help in a progressive society, but community differentiations bring about a retarded thought process among mankind. Class differences, in fact, bring out an evolved society. The consequences are such that the new generation of mankind becomes divine. Actually, the Brahmin Council wants to prohibit my grandfather and father from the caste, but today I myself term Vedanta Sharma as an outcast and prohibit him from being a member of the Brahmin Council. He is now renamed as Bangaraya. Then, in the presence of all, a light entered and merged into Vedanta Sharma's body. In this manner, even though Lord Shripad got a suitable match for Vedanta Sharma, he, that is Vedant Sharma, was greedy for the post of the chairman of the Brahmin Council, thus speaking against Lord Shripad and in favor of the council. He was punished for this greed by Lord Shripad. Lord Shripad further continued, now, whether this Vedanta Sharma is a Brahmin or a Chandal has to be decided. I will appear before Shankaracharya in the form of the deity that he daily worships. Shri Sharat Chandra Maulidhar will grace him with my blessings, and then he will have no option but to accept me as his God. No council, be it Kshatriya or Vaishya, will accept your prohibition. If you fight against me, then you all will be destroyed. You must obey the 4 ashrams, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Sannyasa and Vanaprasthashram. You must observe these ashrams religiously and assist in establishing righteousness. Nature works in 2 ways. One is instant development and the other is gradual. You all must follow the second path so that you have opportunities and time for development. Saying so, Lord Shripad went into silence. After this incident, Bangaraya and Bangarama went to a village where they established a Matangi Mata Peeth, that is, a place of worship of Mother Matangi. They settled in a Dalit ashram nearby. Once, when Lord Shripad was travelling along this route, he visited Bangarappa, that is Vedanta Sharma, at his ashram. Blessing him, he said, due to your past life actions, you will again be born to a Brahmin clan and Bangarama in a Shudra, that is lowly caste family. You will be married and will bear children. When Shankar Bhatt and Dharmagupt visit you, then accept the anklet from them and give Shankar Bhatt the holy sandals made of animal hide, that is leather. Now let's hear about the brief story of Lord Shripad's leather sandals. In Pitikapuram, there lived Bangaraya and Bangaramma, a couple who belonged to the cobbler community. They had a strong desire to meet and talk to Lord Shripad. One day, Lord Shripad suddenly said, I want leather sandals. He was only 14 years old then. The elders in the family tried to convince him that Brahmins should wear only wooden sandals and leather sandals which was made of animal hide was not suitable. This news slowly spread to the cobbler couple. They wanted to offer a pair of leather footwear to Lord Shripad and get his grace for a lifetime. From nowhere, Lord Shripad appeared before them. The couple was overjoyed and took to measuring his foot size with utmost love and devotion. Bangaramma said, "Lord, I have a sincere and a strong desire to make your holy sandals using my own skin." Hearing this, Lord Shripad smiled gently and disappeared from their vision. Bangaraya was born as Vedant Sharma and as Bangaraya cobbler at the same time. They had a healthy cow in their house, but in due course, she was struck by an uncommon disease and died as a result of it. The feminine power in Bangaraya manifested into his 3 wives, one as a holy cow, which had recently died, and as Bangaramma, the cobbler's wife. These events occurred simultaneously. The cow which had died was his wife in a past lifetime. The energy of his 3 wives and the cow had entered Bangaramma as a unique energy. Energy merges back into that form from which it emerges. Bangaramma, when alive, had been born as a cow and as the 3 wives of Bangaraya too. But she was totally unaware of all this transformation. When energy divides into 3 or 4 physical bodies, then each body thinks it is a different entity. It cannot identify the unity of the various forms. Bangaramma was a holy cow. That hide of the cow was then made into sandals after being duly purified. Lord Shripad had ordered that when Shankar Bhatt and Dharmagupt would visit Bangaraya, he must be hospitable to them. He must give them the sandals and accept the divine anklets which they would give him. Concluding his narration, Vedant Sharma, that is Bangaraya, said to Shankar Bhatt, "We are the devotees of Matangi Devi. Her worship blesses all couples with happiness in their married life. Keep chanting the Siddhamangal Stotra. Pray and chant Lord Shripad's name. He will always protect you." The chapter 36 concludes here with a blessing of Lord Shripad to all married couples. May Lord Shripad bless us all. Shripad Rajam Sharanam Prapadhe.